starting from the top, everybody. Thank you for your patience, and you can see that it's health and fitness that I'm here to talk about and not technology. Take 3, everyone. Thank you for turning up and thank you for your patience. Very, very grateful. Yesterday, we spoke on day 1 was all about goal setting and how we needed goal to know where we're headed, what direction we're going, what our destination is. Then you have to do a sense check. Does your goal align with really what's in your heart? And do you remember we sat there and we just closed our eyes for a minute, which can be quite uncomfortable, and we visualized what it would feel like when we reach that goal, what our life would look like, what we would look like. And then the homework was to go away and to spend time working on your goals. Now, remember, your goals have to be congruent with you. They have to be authentic to you, but they also have to be realistic. And yes, this is a very safe place. We can't say that we have got a 0 base of fitness, but we want to run a marathon in 3 weeks. That is unrealistic, and that is setting you up for failure. We do not want to do that. What we do here at Transformation Queens, plug on the t-shirt, is that we set ourselves up to succeed, and not just to succeed, but enjoy the process and the journey, or else we're not going to turn up for ourselves, and that is sad and crazy. We want to see real life change, sustainable lifestyle change. So we looked at goals, and if you haven't done that yet, I really suggest spending some time and really thinking about what it is that you want to achieve, and a timeline. We said we have to have a timeline attached. Now, the flip to that is that as soon as we start thinking about our goals, the next thing that comes to mind is, my goodness, I will not achieve them. That is not me. I never stick to anything. I fail at everything I do. I'm not fit. I am unhealthy. I blah, 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 blah. And we go on and on and on. They're called limiting beliefs. So what we spoke about yesterday was learning to identify your limiting beliefs, then working out how do we reframe them and how do we make them serve us and not destroy us, because that's all they do. They are a defense mechanism, and they stop us from living our best lives. So limiting beliefs and goals are what we covered yesterday. So then, what are we covering today? Today, we are going to look at taking the goals that we created yesterday and formatting a plan that we're going to enjoy and a plan that we're going to follow. And what that means, how we step that out, and the things that we need to take into consideration. So today we'll cover off planning. And then in the second part of today, we are going to look at the number 1. Well, probably, I think there's 2, but the one we're going to focus on today, key to success. And you'll have to wait and see what that is. But it's what I've seen over and over again in my life and other people's lives who are achieving their health and fitness goals. All right, so that's what we'll be covering off today. And then at the end of the session, we are going to do a live, this is going to be fun, Wonder Woman low impact beginner workout. It only goes for 10 minutes. And you are going to see what it's like to start. If you haven't moved your body in a long time, then that's going to be a bit of fun for you. And if it's super easy, well, we've got hard ones, high impact ones as well. But we're going to start with that because we're here to encourage people to start to live their best lives, to start to move their bodies, to create a sustainable lifestyle and create habits that lead to a lifestyle change so you can be living your best life. All right. Get ready, everyone. And we are going to go. We are going to jump in. Now, I can't do this for Instagram or for Facebook, but on Zoom and YouTube, this works. So we are going to share my screen. Okay, here we go. Ready for day 2. Welcome to the Fit for 50 and Beyond Transformation Queens Challenge, day 2. And again, plug on my t-shirt. You can see it. Love my t-shirt. Plan creation. Let's get into it. A goal without a plan is just a wish. I'm sure everyone has heard that. But again, it's like getting into the car and just starting to drive, no destination, no idea where you're going. Or you might have an idea of a destination, or I'm going to drive to northern Western Australia, but I just will get in the car and guess my way there. Not going to end well. How do we begin when we are setting plans? We are going to start by setting clear objectives. We start, in our case, our context is health and fitness, and we are going to start by defining our health and fitness goals. Remember, we started that yesterday. You might have had a truckload, and then I asked you to narrow them down to ones that are really important and really resonate with you. We are going to create SMART goals. We make them specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. So, for example, you might want to focus on weight loss or muscle gain or improved cardiovascular endurance. We looked yesterday, I told you our son has a business and he helps super skinny guys put on lean muscle. So their goal is to, I think in 16 weeks, put on 5 or 10 kilos of lean muscle. And we've worked with women who just want to lose 5 kilos within a year, or they want to be able to walk a set of stairs without puffing. Your goal is unique and completely up to you. It might be similar to someone else's, but we're not the same. We're all individual. You have to be okay with that. You have to say, like Mike and I work out together all the time, but I cannot keep up with him. If we go for a run, he either slows his pace and we do the same distance, or we go for the same amount of time and we do different distances. And that's okay. That's just where it is. It's something we can enjoy together, but still focus on doing it for our own gain. We need to assess. We need to assess our current state. Let's be really honest. We touched on this yesterday. We need to evaluate our current fitness level and health status. There's no point doing things that are too onerous on your body if that is just not realistic. Because we want this to be long-term and sustainable, everything we're doing is we're trying to set ourselves up for success. Not flash in the pan. Do not believe in that. We want long-term sustainable habits that turn into lifestyle change. We should be conducting physical assessments, body measurements, and health screening. So this is in the context of whatever it is for you, whatever goal you're trying to achieve, whatever is important to you. So that's all. Like, what you need to do to get your current baseline, that's what you need to do. And the reason we say that we will look at in a sec as well, is that if we don't have a baseline, how do we know if we've improved? How do we know that we are fit now? How do we know we are healthy now? So we need baseline measurements. They help track progress, and we can tailor a plan accordingly. Like I told the story yesterday, I've now run lots of 10Ks. I don't run as much now, but I run maybe once or twice a week. I've run a couple of half marathons. And a couple of years ago, I ran every single day of the year, 365 days. It's called a run streak day. And you have to run a minimum of a mile, which is 1.6K. So about 2K was a minimum, at the minimum of what I ran every single day. Now, how do I know that my cardiovascular ability improved, or my fitness improved? Because when I started, I could not run for 30 seconds. Could not run for 30 seconds. I remember I did the Couch to 5K app, and you would look at it and it would run for 30 seconds, walk for a minute or something like that. And for that whole 30 seconds, I would be watching the timer as I struggled to keep walking. So when I could finally run 1K, oh my goodness, 5K, oh my goodness, like for 10 minutes at a time, that was insane. So how do you know that you've improved? Because we need baseline measures. And you know what else? We get to celebrate along the way. When I could run for 30 seconds, I could celebrate. But even before that, you need to celebrate that you're watching this, that you're showing up for yourself, that you are looking at ways to improve yourself and live your best life. So remember that. If you think, I can't do it, it's all too hard for me, remember where I started from. Like, that's why I can do this with such confidence in teaching you this, because I know where I started. So what's creating a plan? Really, I don't know how many of you cook or create recipes or follow recipes, but it's just like that. It's like creating and following a recipe. What do you want to achieve? By when? What are all the ingredients that you need to ensure the correct outcome? What is the timing and the sequence? So Christmas is coming up. Would you put the peas on before you put the roast in the oven? Like, believe me, I'm not a cook, but even I know that the peas would probably be last. I'd probably put the meat on, and then the potatoes and the pumpkins or whatever it is, well before I put the peas on. So we need to know what all those ingredients are that come together for us achieving our goal, whatever the goal is, whether it's weight loss, whether it's running a particular distance, whether it's just consistently walking. And here's the plug. If you joined the challenge, you got the free 12-week walking plan. If you don't have it and you want it, hit me up. Absolutely love to give it to you. We're on day 25 of that, and today's a rest day. But it shows you how we've mapped it out and how we incrementally build week on week. It's a great plan just to have, to say, how can I adapt that to my life for anything else as well? Timing and sequence. So if we want to achieve something, so if you wanted to lose 5 kilos and you wanted to do it in 5 weeks, that's nasty. But what's the logical thing? The logical thing is 1 kilo a week over 5 weeks. And then you'd have to look at what that meant from a calorie deficit perspective. Do not advocate for that, by the way. That was just an example. Because on my pack, for who you can't see, you just be eating that lettuce. Not fun and not sustainable. But do you get the idea? We need to know all the ingredients, all the activities that go into whatever this goal is that we're setting. All right, so we know our goal. What does it look like? How will you know when you've achieved it? How does it feel when you imagine it complete? Why am I saying these things over and over, and why are they important? Because when we can feel in our body and in our soul that desired outcome, we will gravitate and we will work towards it. I said yesterday, motivation is a flash. You might watch this for the next day, for over the 3 days and get fired up and motivated, and that is fabulous. But that will die down. You need something greater inside you that is going to push you and keep you going. And that's the inspiration. And that is when you close your eyes and you see yourself living the life that you are imagining. One of the exercises we did yesterday is imagining it's New Year's Eve and we're all raising a glass of champagne. And this is particularly exciting for us because we're going to be in New York for New Year's Eve. And we're reflecting on the year and we're saying, how did that go? Like, I can't believe that I've achieved this. I can't believe I look like this. I can't believe I'm in this location. I am so proud of showing up for myself. And I am so proud of the effort that I've made. And I am stoked with where I am. That mindset is what you need to propel you forward. All right, so get a really clear vision. Know the timing and when you want to achieve it. Like I said, 5 kilos in 5 weeks, but maybe that's necessary. Have the ingredients necessary. Are you going to buy a gym membership? Do you need workout gear? Runners, fitness watch, meal subscription, nutrition plan, swimmers? Like, what is it that you need? Now, look at me. I've got the gear now. I've got the watch. I've got the leggings on. I've got the good runners. I did not start there. So if you are putting off starting because you think you need all the things, stop now. They might be a wish list and they might be a progression. They might be at week 5, I'm going to buy this. At week 6, I'll do that. That's entirely up to you. But please don't stop the process because you think you don't have the gear. I'm going to give you a very funny example. My husband started snowboarding when we lived in Dubai. I know, inside Ski Dubai. And he and the kids and we started with the rental gear. All the rental gear, because when you rock up to Ski Dubai, most people live in the middle of the desert or are visiting the desert. They don't have their snow gear. So we would go and rock up and have all our snow gear rented out. And, anyway, Google Ski Dubai and you'll see we looked like the masses. Then we made friends with this guy, absolute gem. And on day 1, he rocked up and he just had bought head to toe the best gear. He'd never snowboard, but he came and he had the snowboard, the snow pants, the thing, and he would call my husband rental boy. And it just cracks me up to this day that he turned up and he just went, no, I'm going hard from day 1. And he looked like a professional. And Michael became rental boy. So start where you are. Did Michael have less fun? No. Did Michael also probably want all the good gear? 100%. But now he's got some good gear, and we are actually about to go to Canada next week, and we are going to the snow. So if you have to start off being rental person, or if you have to start off being walking in your pajamas, don't care. Doesn't matter. You are showing up for yourself and you are going to have a ball. Michael did not stop having fun because he was rental boy. And you're not going to stop being proud of yourself and achieving because of what you're wearing. Okay, so that is another limiting belief, and that is another roadblock we put in our way to stop us. So I'm calling BS on that. That is no longer your excuse. So understand where you are now. This is another one that we see over and over again. What is your lifestyle? What is your workload? What are your family commitments? What's your fitness level and how's your mindset? We want to take everything as a bundle because we need to know realistically and honestly where we are today. Because again, we'll not get the best outcome unless you know that. All right, so we've got this recipe, we've got clothing, we've got desires, we've got timing, we know where we're heading, we've got it all. What do we do now? We have to break down the tasks. We need to take this big picture of, I want to lose 5 kilos, I want to swim 20 laps, I want to eat healthy, I want to make mindful choices, I want to walk every day, I want to do it by this time. We know the things. Now it's time to break it down. How do we make this happen? We are going to create a pathway and a timeline that include all the tasks. So we allocate the tasks into a sequence, including the time between each activity to carry out each task. So in cooking, if you're baking a cake, you'd have all the ingredients on the bench or at hand, and then you would know to, again, not a baker, sift the flour, add the cocoa, add the baking powder or whatever it is, mix the wet ingredients, add it together, put it in the pan, put it in the oven, and you would have also preheated the oven probably at the start. Do you see? That probably resonates with you. And it's the same thing if you're a gardener. You would know the time of year that you need to plant a seed. You would know how to make sure the soil was okay. You would know which seed goes next, what variety goes next to what variety. You would know those things, and then you would act accordingly. So in the spring, you would reap a harvest. Exactly the same process. We will build on the intensity and frequency of the tasks over time. You want to keep building on the effort you are exerting. So again, if you look, or you're doing the 12-week walking challenge with us, you will see that in week 1 and 2, we only walked for 3 days a week. We had rest days in between. We had 1 optional walk day, and we just walked for 10 minutes for 2 weeks. Now we're in weeks 3 and 4. It's the same thing, and we have increased to 15 minutes, 3 days a week, an optional 4th day. Next 2-week block, it will be 20 minutes, then 25, and then 30 minutes. So we can build on the effort and the intensity that we are exerting. That's how we are creating habits, sustaining them, building on them, and getting the outcome and achieving our goals. So remember, we want a baseline so we can measure. We need flexibility in our approach. So if you look at our walking plan, if you can't walk on today, or today's a rest day, but you know you've got something tomorrow, walk today, rest tomorrow. We want it to be modifiable. When you set it up hard and fast, guarantee it won't work. The all or nothing mentality I have seen repeatedly is one of the fastest killers of achieving your goals. Well, I missed one workout. It's all over. I knew I would never commit to it. I knew I couldn't do this. It's just ridiculous. That's it. All or nothing is going to destroy your soul and destroy your goals. You need to commit to this as well, which is why I started off going, can you see your goals? You need to commit to them. Need to commit. And the other thing that we say over and over again, celebrate. Celebrate that you are here taking notes. Celebrate when you lay your clothes out the night before. Celebrate when you go for your first walk. Celebrate when you have a rest day. Celebrate when you realize that life is imploding and you have to adjust. And then big ass celebration when you achieve your goal.
There is a question.
Yep. Sorry.
This transformation plans, what's post the third day?
Oh, okay. So yeah, obviously Transformation Queens is a program, and it's just if basically we talk about the same things. Like this challenge actually does come from our Transformation Queens program, but that's where there's one-on-one accountability. There's a support, there's weekly calls. It's me working with you, or you as well, working with people to actually set and modify goals along the way. And I've lost my train of thought. Yeah. And we can talk about that a bit later. But yeah, Transformation Queens is a great program. I'll show you a slide at the end just of what it covers, but it is loads of fun. All right. Planning. I hope everyone's got that down, and I'm just going to take a sip before we go into our next segment. So much talking, people. My goodness. All right. I like that I ended on celebrate, because that is one thing I've had to learn. I'm 54 now. Never used to celebrate. Nothing. Like, we've been married nearly 30 years. My goodness, that is something to celebrate. It used to be when we get to this point, when we reach this, when we've done that, when the kids are at school, when the kids are through school, then. Biggest call BS on that. If you're doing that, I implore you to stop. That is destructive and really, really sad. Celebrate the journey. Be mindful in the moments. Enjoy the moments. All right. Ready? Let's have a look at the number one key to success that we are going to talk about today. Like I said, there's probably two. Two are now. When I first started, I thought there was one. I think there's two, but I'll drop the second one in at the end. But let's focus on this. This is one thing that I have seen for people who achieve their goals in any area of their life. And I've also seen when I have not applied this, I have not achieved what I've wanted. And it's really simple, and you're going to go, duh. Consistency. Consistency is the key. We need to keep showing up every day, day after day after day after day after day, whether it's showing up to physically do something or to rest. It is still showing up for you, and it is showing that you are taking a deliberate approach to your life and achieving your goal. So consistency is the practice of regularly and persistently adhering to your plan. So I hope that you're starting to see the framework play out and why we take it in these steps. We started with goals. We looked at our limiting beliefs. We moved to plans. And now we're looking at consistency. The things I've heard people say, discipline is a thing that you do privately. It's you. Then you get the public success. When people go, oh my goodness, you're an overnight success, or look at you, you've lost 10 kilos, or look at you, you just did X, or my goodness, you rocked that new outfit. Then they don't see, and nor should they, the process that's gone on behind all the things that you have consistently and deliberately done over an extended period of time. Can I just say again, I have never seen a quick fix, a one-size-fits-all approach to health or fitness. There are lots of frameworks that we can borrow from and we can use, but it is unique to you. You are a unique individual, and you need to be really, really, really mindful of what you are going through, where you are. So anything that you want to follow, like whether you work with us, whether you join Weight Watchers, whether you join a gym or just Google, all of those things are fantastic. But remember, you can't outsource your mind, your mindset, and you can't outsource your fitness. You are in control of those things, and it is your life and your goal that matters. So make sure whatever you do moving forward, you are mindful of everything, your fitness level, your desires, your lifestyle capacity. Anyway, that was a tangent. I'm very good at tangents. Consistency leads to habit formation. And consistency, you might think the opposite, but you will find over time it actually reduces stress, anxiety, and it boosts mood through the release of endorphins, because you have built up a lifestyle. Oh, sorry, I was just trying to read. We need to be mindful of where we are. And yeah, stopping bad habits is as hard as embedding new habits. And we have to make the new habits much more attractive than the joy of the old habits. We need to break the back of it. And it is definitely a progression. Consistency pushes through plateaus by encouraging gradual progress and adaptation. That's what we do. Bad habits, we have to draw a line in the sand. Then, sorry, I just got a comment on TikTok. I'm just going to address it. It's common to be able to work hard until people notice, then stop. Okay, Jodes, I'm going to address this one for everyone because I agree. Can I tell you what I did? One of the first things that I did when I told the story before, I don't know if you heard it, that I did the couch to 5K. The day after I achieved that, I stopped. I just went, okay, I can run for half an hour. I can run for 5K. And I stopped. And then I realized at some point, hang on, that was crazy. And I had to pick myself up. I actually haven't told that story before, but that is 100% what I did. Not that anyone noticed. Michael came for a run with me and he pushed me. I achieved that goal. I went, woohoo, because in my mind, I wasn't making a lifestyle change. I was achieving a goal. I achieved that goal. I ticked it off and then I parked it, which is why everything that we do, and yesterday we spoke at the end about resetting goals. It's a constant thing of resetting goals. We are trying to embed lifestyle change here. That is a perfect example. So another tangent, people, but that was so worth it. I love that comment. Consistency maintains momentum and it reduces the risks of reverting to old habits because we are slowly building up. So for example, the 12-week walking plan, we're doing it week on week on week on week. We're building up a rhythm. We're building up every 2 weeks. We add a little bit of time because we want to embed these great lifestyle habits. Consistency focuses on sustainable, lasting change. I am going to go on and on and on about that because that was never me and it is now. I now trust myself. Let me tell you, when I started this, I did not one second trust myself. Not for a second. I did not believe in myself. I did not see myself as someone who could be fit, someone who could make good fitness choices. Not a chance. And I very much had the all or nothing mentality. So that is why I'm trying to preach the opposite. We are looking at lifestyle. We want to embrace a full lifestyle. And skills extend beyond health and fitness because they positively impact other areas of your life. And this is just gorgeous because these are the benefits that I've found that I didn't have on my radar. Like I shared yesterday, I was literally working out because I wanted to control one thing in my life when my life was spiraling out of control. That was it. But the benefits have been immeasurable. I enjoy my life. My relationships are better. Why? Because I actually like myself now. I loathed myself when I started. I hated myself. So I've got a better relationship with myself, which means I've got a better relationship with other people. I've got more grace for other people because I know what it's like to be living in a black hole and not knowing how to pull yourself out of that. I've got a desire to impact and bless other people and take them along this journey for those reasons, because I know how powerful this is. You might say you need to get fit or eat healthy or have a healthy lifestyle, and you don't actually know what it means, but you know you're missing something. Let me tell you all the other things: the relational, the emotional, the mindset, obviously the physical. Everything is going to improve when you start to prioritize yourself. You are winning in the process. Stepping into this means that you are a winner. All right. Set realistic goals. Create a routine. Find accountability and celebrate progress. Now, if you know me or you don't know me or you're meeting me for the first time, I hope you would see that I genuinely want to encourage you along this pathway. I genuinely want to see you improve and live your best life. I go on TikTok every day. I'm on Instagram. We've got a Facebook group, which we need to spend more time in. But if you don't have anyone to cheer you on or to keep you accountable, track me down. I can't be any more transparent and visible than what I am. I would love to encourage you, because I know that you are going to start living your best life if you just start to prioritize yourself, if you show up for yourself. And that does not mean running. It doesn't mean losing 5 kilos. It, again, is whatever it is to you. And you need to take that time and sit really quietly with yourself and get enormously uncomfortable and work out what that is. So here are some of the phrases that I throw out, that Mike and I throw out all the time. Deliberate and disciplined action. Be deliberate, be deliberate, be deliberate. I've got to be deliberate. I've got to be deliberate. And progress over perfection. We say that all the time. If you jumped in and had a look at any of our workout videos, you can see that my fitness level is much less than Mike's, that my technique is up the creek. But let me tell you, and I complain constantly. You can go back and look at the videos and all you hear is me go, But the progress over perfection, my goodness, my body shape has changed. My mind has changed. And by saying my body shape has changed, like I actually have muscle definition that I never, ever had. So progress over perfection. This is not about, oh my gosh, I don't have the right technique. I don't have the right clothes. All that. And the biggest one, if you've seen our Mike and Megs t-shirts, make it happen. We say it in all our videos, make it happen. Remember, you cannot outsource your fitness. You cannot outsource your mindset. You can get a crap load of support around it, but you have to do it. You have to show up for you. My goodness me. All right. I am 2 seconds. We're going to, that was the content. Sorry, I should be actually telling you what I'm doing. That was the content for day 2. Does anyone have any questions while I get ready for the next segue, I will just, right, 1 second. Any questions in TikTok, Insta? I am going to really, really quickly show you what's in the Transformation Queens program, because that question has come up a few times. I just need to, once again, bounce to another screen. All right. You seeing that? Okay. So the Transformation Queens, you can't see it on Insta or TikTok, but I'll walk you through it. Transformation Queens program is 9 weeks in length, where it is very high touch. But let me tell you, you need to put your part in, because it can't rely on us. So 9 weeks in length, there's a personalized plan for you. But that's working with all the information you give us, which means you need to be incredibly honest. There's one-on-one coaching and accountability calls each week. There's a weekly group call. That's recorded, so if you miss it, catch up. There's a monthly specialist call where we get someone outside of us to come in and give us a different perspective, which always keeps our mind fresh. There's a private Facebook group, and there's a truckload of bonuses. I just want to go back to a couple of things in that. The reason you would want to be in our program would be that you know you need to change, but you've struggled in the past, and you know that you need the support and the accountability, that you need an infrastructure around you. You have to be incredibly ready to do this program. It's not, oh yeah, that'll be a fun thing to do. You will not get your bang for buck. This is a paid program. You won't win financially, and you won't win from your goals if you just kind of go, that would be fun to join. Absolutely, that is a no-no. If you are scared and hesitant, but willing to do the work, then you will be blown out of your mind with what this program can do for you. You can't see it, but I'll just quickly tell you, someone who's been through the program says, having an accountability partner kept me committed to the program, which previously I would have given up on. I have a new mindset that I continually build on, moving from strength to strength in realistic increments. Goes on and on and on about the goals and how we broke it down. I couldn't have done this without my mentor, coach, accountability buddy, Megan, cheering me on and steadying me, etc., etc. I don't want to labor on, but it's a brilliant, brilliant reference. And that was simply because she was ready to take those steps, ready to listen, and ready to do her part, and I could support and facilitate and fill in the gaps. And we're constantly on Messenger. How are you going today? What are you doing? Have you done this? How's your walking going? How many steps have you done? And this is, remember, they're her goals. They're not necessarily yours. Your interaction could be completely and utterly different. So anyway, that was just a little bit about Transformation Queens, only if you are super ready. All right, next segue. We are going to do something. Now, this is trial and error, people. We've not done this on our challenge before, but get ready, super excited. We are going to do the Wonder Woman workout. And again, you mightn't be joining us because you think you need to work out. Doesn't matter. Move your body, have a bit of fun. It's Friday morning here in Saturday morning here in Australia. It's Friday afternoon in the States. You would be absolutely full on your Thanksgiving. So give me a sec while I find the right screen. Here we go. All right, we're ready to go. You need to bear with us. And we thank you for your patience while we just move the desk back so we've got a bit of a runway. So excuse us while we go off screen. Hang on one sec. Now this is also going to show you that you need limited space. If you're starting to work out at home, you can do it by the side of the bed. It's going to be fun. You're going to do it with me? All right, we're going to share the screen. So again, you guys on Insta and TikTok won't see it. And you'll hear me talk on the video because this is one of our workouts. And if you subscribe to the challenge, you would have got this as a bonus. So let's get ready.
Exercises, 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off for 2 rounds. So it's going to be short and sharp. We're going to do hip rotations.
Hip rotations. So you're Wonder Woman doing your hip rotations.
Arm shields. Kicks.
Arm shields. Remember, this is the Wonder Woman one.
So we're going to do alternating lunge.
And we're going to do her lunge pose. And then we're going to do the power poses. Squats. So you've got to be channeling your inner Wonder Woman now. Get ready, everyone. Okay. One way. Which way am I going? Anti-clockwise. We've got our hips swinging and we're doing our lasso.
See what you can do.
Cool. I don't think I'm going all over the shop, but oh, it's quite a good workout. Oh, I went the wrong way. All right, there you go. Now we're going to go the opposite way to what you did.
A bit odd.
If you ask someone how many push-ups
oh
they
my
can
goodness.
do and they answer like that,
Not expecting this. TikTok have just
So try. You went that way. So now I've got to go.
Yeah, all right, ready? The other way.
One way always feels natural and the other doesn't. Again, everything.
So this is a rest period. So it's 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. So you've got lots and lots of recovery time.
Let's go.
Around the other way. I hope you're all following along. Please send me a photo. Yeah, it's really good for your core and your obliques. And obviously your arms.
You look better than I do. All right. All right, 30 seconds of the next one. Here.
Next one, we're going to go into our Wonder Woman poses. So you've got our arms and we're going to kick with our opposite leg. So we're going to do the arm with one and the leg with the other. So get ready, shake yourself out. I'm going to go right arm, left leg. And this is for 30 seconds. So you can see we don't need much space. I've done this by the side of my bed loads of time. And if you want a copy of this workout on video, hit me up and I will send you the link. All right, well done. So what did we do? We went right arm, left leg, right arm. Next time we have our 30-second break and we're going to go left arm, right leg. Oh my gosh. All right, so you might need a couple of times to get the hang of it. It's like that thing, isn't it, you know? whatever that thing is. Oh my gosh. All right. Let's go. Oh no, sorry, I led you up the garden path. We're going to do the alternate ones now. Sorry. Watching my own video and I recorded it. So we're going to do the arm cross and the lunge. And lunge as far as you can. Never stress if you can't get low to the ground. I can't. I did my knee a few years ago and it's never got back to full mobility. So you just do it. If you can just step out. You always start where you are. You always modify the exercises if you can't do it. You do not want to get injured. All right. Shake out the legs. We're going to do the power pose and squat. Let's go. The same thing goes for the squat. You go to the level that you can go. And if you can't go far, don't stress. How are you feeling? I hope people are doing this. Please send me photos. Be the only one doing it by myself. All right. That one actually goes for 2 rounds. I'll stop it at this because we kind of went a bit crazy at the start with the technology and I want to be really respectful of your time. So again, if you want those workouts, please hit me up. Follow me on Insta or TikTok. If you want to join our Facebook group, let me know. Again, thank you for your time. Beyond grateful. I know like time is our most precious commodity. We will be back at the same time tomorrow morning, which was 8 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time and 4 p.m. EST Eastern Standard Time. Is that in the US? Not sure. Videos are recorded. I'll send the replay out for this today and the replays will be up for 1 week before we take them down, never to be seen again. Any questions? My details are absolutely everywhere. Let us know. Thank you for showing up for yourself. Thank you for giving us your precious time. You made it happen and you have a great, great rest of your day. See you tomorrow.